What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Demon Reads Comics. Today we're doing another Mirka Andolfo book, so I can't really show every single page, which I don't usually do anyway, but I have to be careful how I flip it, but today we're doing Unsacred. Now this book's a little bit interesting because, and for a couple of reasons for me, I like Mirka Andolfo's work in a sense that, it's kind of funny, it's kind of sexy, a little bit of nudity, I like that. But this one was a little bit weird though, because at least with the last book that I read, Unnatural, there was a full story involved. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a story in this, but the story is kind of simplistic. And what I mean by that is so before we get started on it, before we get started on the stories and what I do and don't like about this, let's go over this, okay? Hardcover, they do make trade paperbacks, but they never made an omnibus, because there's a volume 2 which I have and I'm going to read next. So they have two hardcovers, volume 1 and volume 2, the complete story of Unsacred, and they do have trade paperbacks by Mirka Andolfo, and I believe she's the writer, the artist, and the colorist. Of course there's guest writers as well, but there's a whole bunch of them. I am not gonna I know I usually read them, but they're all of those right there. So I don't want to go over them. If you guys want to pause and give that a read, go ahead. But Mirka Andolfo does do the writing. She's the artist and the colorist. I don't know guest writers, localization, lettering, cover art, editors, designer. There's not a person that actually translated, because I know she's an Italian writer slash artist slash colorist. So they actually went from Italian to English, and some of it in here it's kind of weird how they translated it. So when you're reading, you're like, wait, what? So you have to kind of read it again and kind of fill in a little bit of it, because the translation makes no sense. But anyway, Unsacred by Mirka Andolfo, hardcover, volume 1. I believe the publisher is ABLAZE. You can see it right there and also right there. And it does have sewn binding, which is great. Talking about sewn binding, I just received a book that was sewn binding, but the pages were coming off. And instead of, dealing with the whole, returning it, getting a new one and things like that, because I got it from Amazon, I'm going to try to fix it myself, so we'll see how that goes. Once I read it, I'll let you guys know which book it was. Hopefully I don't forget. I actually had to do it with 2 of them so far, but one of them was really easy. But anyway, let's crack open this book and kind of go over the story a little bit. Alright guys, so let's crack open this book. Like I said, when I flip the pages, I do kind of have to check and see if there's no nudity. Again, I don't understand why YouTube's okay with like graphic violence and things like that, but you show like a little bit of nudity and it's all bad. So front of the book, back of the book. Now, what I want to say about this story, it really only has to do with these two people right here. What's weird is that it's an angel and a devil, or an angel and a devil-like person. He's not the actual devil, but he's a devil person. It doesn't talk about God. It doesn't talk about the devil. It's just, they're devil people and angel people. I don't even know if it takes place in heaven or hell, because it doesn't even say about that. Like, you pretty much have devils and angels living in the same space. So I have no idea where this world or the universe takes place whatsoever. Now, that being said, like I said, this story takes place wherever it does, and has to do with, how do you pronounce his name? It's kind of weird. It's Damiano. I'm just going to call him Damiano, and I'm going to call him Dami because that's what she calls him. And her name is Angelica. Angelica and Damiano. That's where the story, that's who they are. That's what the story is about. Now, this first one is kind of funny because How I Met Your Mother, it's kind of like a spoof of the actual TV show, but it pretty much introduces us to Damiano and Angelica when they were kids and how they crossed paths when they were very young. This is Damiano's mother, and this is Angelica's mother. And it pretty much, how it tells a little bit of story of how they crossed paths. And you can see 1, 2, and that was it. 2 pages. And then chapter 1, Inferno. What's weird about this is we get kind of a look at Damiano's life. He's a rock star. We get a look at Angelica's life, and that's about it. Like she's kind of like how do I put it without sounding rude? Like she's very, oh, he loves me this, he loves me that. Oh, he's so beautiful. Pookie this, Pookie that, my cherry tomato type of girl, right? And what's weird about it is this is kind of the introduction of how they meet again when he's a rock star. Not really a rock star, but he plays, like, people don't really like him actually. And so it kind of tells the story of how they met again, and then they've been together for 7 years. Most of the story takes place, what's weird is it takes place in their like life, but every single page is a different like clip, gag. It's weird because it's kind of a sexualized gag at the end of it, because Damiano is always trying to sleep with her, but she doesn't want to until marriage. And even when they're finally married, he's still always trying, and it's always like a sexual gag at the end. And like each page is a gag, aside from like 1 or 2 extra pages. Like 7 years later, like this right here, which is weird. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for this. They're playing the game, or they're at the house. He just bought her a present. As a matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, Damiano just got her a present. She looks at it. Everybody thinks it's an adult toy from, before going down. And one, like, look, wait, don't distract me. Keep going. Yes, good, like that. Don't stop. It's close. I won't stop till you're over the finish line, baby. You think, like, they're doing something because you think it's an adult toy, and they're playing Wii. Like, that's how the gags are. They're just supposed to be funny gags. Every single page is like this. There's really, like, no story to it whatsoever. They're just little gags of them being, at home, or Damiano being with his 2 friends, or Angelica being with her 3 friends. And yeah, there's Angelica with her 3 friends, and that's about it. Like, that's pretty much what this is about. They're pretty much gags every single page. There's 1 or 2 pages that tells a little bit of story, but what this book covers is Damiano and Angelica meeting their paths crossing when they were young, and then meeting again, and then dating, and then eventually they get married, and eventually they have a kid, and that's where the book ends. Or eventually she gets pregnant and gives birth, and that's where the book ends. And I'm pretty sure that book 2 is going to carry on with the kid, right? But we get introduced to Damiano's friends. Like, their names are weird. Like, this guy, I believe his name is Giuda, or it's weird because it's spelled Giudo, Giuda, and sometimes it's spelled backwards. Like the people that were writing it maybe misspelled it, because I've seen it sometimes where it's Guido, Guida. So I was always calling him Guida, but it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't even know what to call him. And his other friend has an even longer name. It's like Gorgudano or something like that. So it's weird. They have weird names. I know one of Angelica's names, and her name is Michelle or Michaela. I think it's actually Michelle, actually. I'm sorry. And aside from that, we meet, they live in a happy... I'm sorry, you can't even see that one. Apologize. There we go. That's not so bad. We meet a few people. Like, she's been in love with, like, this hunk, movie James Blonde looking dude. We meet Angelica's mom, not her dad, because her dad walked out. We meet Damiano's parents, and that's about it. We know that she's a school teacher, and she, with little kids, and that's about it. That's pretty much this whole story. I mean, the art is beautiful. The gags, they make me laugh. They did. Throughout every single one that I was reading, every single one of them made me, like, chuckle a little bit, because it's just so stupid, the gag. It's just, there's a lot of reading, though, involved in it. A lot of reading. But overall, like I said, there is a story in it. And like I said, it's them 2 meeting, their paths crossing, and then them being, together for a while, them getting married, and then her getting pregnant and giving birth, and that's where the story ends. That's it. That's the whole story. So in a nutshell, I liked it, but it's not one of them that I'm like, oh my God, this was a fantastic read. It's one of them books you pretty much read You sit down, you read one or two, maybe 3 or 4 pages for laughs, and that's about it. Like, it's not one that you want to keep picking up and reading over and over because the story is so good, because there's really no story to it. So I'll let you guys know what my rating is at the end. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, here's the amazing art by Mirka and Andolfo. I'm not gonna say that the art's not, you know, up to date or anything like that, or up to par. It's great art, but yeah, it just didn't really bring me into the point where I'm like, oh, I love this book, I'm gonna keep it and reread it. Like, no. And like I said, there is a little bit of nudity here and there. As you can see, there's a little bit right there, but not enough. She's not really showing anything. But it does get a little bit more towards the end a little bit once they get married, because once they get married, he can finally sleep with her, right? So it does show nudity. So that's pretty much the end of it. So I'm sorry, I flipped through that a lot, but this is when they finally got married. They're on their honeymoon, and you know, she finds out she's pregnant, and then let's see. And then right here, she's already pregnant, as you guys can see. She's going to give birth anytime. And then she gives birth. And that's about it. And then that's kind of where it ends. You got cover art. Hold on. Let me go through them pretty quick. The cover arts are beautiful, though. I don't remember seeing any nudity in any of them. So a little bit here, but not something to be scared. Hold on. This one, that one, can't see that one. Sorry if you guys saw something. There we go. These are by various artists. One of my ultra favorite ones is this one right here. I'm a big fan of Stepania. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. And his wife, Linda Sejic. I might have pronounced that wrong, but I'm a big fan of their work. And so I love that she has her work in here. But yeah, you got various artists doing some work in here. I apologize if I'm doing what I'm doing, but I don't want to show something that'll get me demonetized. But yeah, great art. And then you got a sketchbook from Mirka and Andolfo. Let me see if I can find one that's not, nope, not that one, not that one. This one's not bad. Okay, a little bit of sketch work or sketch art, but that's about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the last review about it and what I'm going to give it as a rating. All right, guys, so as far as rating goes, I'm going to probably give this a 5. Like, I'm definitely not going to keep it. It's a fun read. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. The art's beautiful. It's a fun read. There's a little bit of a story to it. So it's fine. It's a 5. I give it that. I haven't read the other one, so I can't give an overall of both books, but I'm going to give this a 5. That means I'm not going to keep the book. I'm going to, as soon as I get done reading this one, reading the other one, doing the review on the other one, I'm going to end up getting rid of them. Just not for me with I mean, the gags were funny, but that's about it. So, don't get me wrong. I really like Mirka and Andolfo's work. I loved her story of Unnatural, but this one just didn't really pull me in, like, at all. Like, there's no story to it aside from the little bit I told you. And the gags, while they're funny, it's the same gag. Like, if it was gags about different things and not the sexual part, it would have been so different. But the gags, every single one of them are the same. So because of that, it just, I don't know. I laughed at first. I laughed a little bit here and there. But then after a while, you're just kind of reading it to read it to get it over with, because the other gags are the same. So to give a quick overview again on it, Mirka and Andolfo, Unsacred, hardcover, volume 1 by ABLAZE, the publishers, and sewn binding. So that's about it for this book for now. Like I said, I'm going to get started on the other one. Let me know if you guys read this, or both volumes. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you guys kept it and you guys enjoyed it. If you guys haven't done so already, please, subscribe to the channel. It really helps build my channel. For me, and for other people to see. I've never seen an actual book review of this book itself. Maybe some people want to look into it and see if they want it, and maybe after they see my review, they're gonna make that decision and be like, yeah, for me, nope, not for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you guys haven't done so, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know if you guys read this. Give me some other recommendations on what other graphic novels you guys would like me to read. So far, and on my list, okay, I have, let's see, Sandman, Preacher, Scalped, Spawn, Watchmen, Berserk, and it's not Berserker like the manga. It's actually Berserk, a Keanu Reeves story that he wrote. Let's see, Sin City. I did V for Vendetta already, but I'm still waiting on an omnibus, or I'm sorry, Absolute to come. I got Faithless, I believe it's called. I got Saga. I got Mirka Andolfo's Hot Paprika, Fine Print. Let's see, what else do I have? Nice House on the Lake, Something's Eating the Children. There's a book called Karma that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a book called Rorschach. Oh, another book I'm waiting for is called Scarlet. So I have a list of books that I'm going to do. So aside from those, let me know what you guys think of what I should read. Like I said previously in my other videos, you guys can give any recommendations. I'll look into it, and if it's something I'm very interested in, I'll check it out. But if it's some like science, space, alien stuff, I probably won't even look into it. So, and I apologize for the people that love that kind of stuff. It's just not for me, and I apologize. I am more into the crime noir, grounded stuff. For now, I'm gonna try to open my horizon a little bit more, so apologize. Like, hey, I went from reading grounded stuff to reading this kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So just trying to open my horizon a little bit, but I know I won't be able to go into the whole space alien stuff. That's just not for me. I'm sorry if this gets, a little bit out there, but I read Money Shot, for the people that know about that graphic novel. I read the first 2 volumes. It wasn't for me. I was looking for some adult content stuff, and it was too wacky for me. It was too much. So I know somebody told me to pick up, what's it called, Sex Criminals. That kind of looks interesting. I might pick it up. But if it was so grounded, like there were criminals and it had to do with the adult-oriented stuff, I want to pick it up. But I'm on the fence because it's weird knowing that the partners can stop time by having, intercourse. That's kind of like, what the heck to me? So anyway, like I said, if you guys haven't done so already, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, please. Leave me leave me a comment on what you guys want me to read next. Let me know if you guys read this series already. If not, if you guys are going to pick it up or not. Let me know what you guys think about it. And also, please go back and check out my other reviews if you guys can do that. Leave a like on them. It helps my channel out. That being said, we'll see you on the next one.